I should get
Unplug this unit.
this one.
HDMI.
HDMI. I should give you this. Let me see. Your email. With French keyboard.
I want 97. Edgy. Let me see this one.
Okay. You can share it on Twitter as well, and on Facebook, and so that we can.
So they put it in this unit. You start. They're already viewing this. If they want to see it, they're getting even here on this. No, I'm already.
So now, without posting on Twitter, when you guys can.
Yeah.
For tax. Oh, is it?
Is he here now?
I've checked you guys. I've told you to check.
Huh?
I've posted on the 10th. So it's training what usually. 21. And I think so if we are still able to track and it's that we won't be able to take the emails, but we're able to check how many people. Yeah. All right. Nice to meet you. Very much.
It was yours. The problem was yours.
So just very
Okay.
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 It's going to be the rule.
Mm-hmm. So people are already in.
Then finally check with their
That's what I want to do now. I want to join.
As we exchange greetings, I'd like to inform the whole community that we will starting this event in the next few minutes. The people in the road, this is a breakfast meeting. Feel free to go outside the lobby, grab a cup of tea, and enjoy the tea. For those online, we'll be short. We are going to start short. But getting the right approach and they know that it's elements to to encourage the largely and participation the African development as part of their theme efforts to develop projects for African agricultural participation across the American. To scale African art was so the next usage is technology. It also creates a So agricultural development but getting right much always was in the same direction. Doing projects that don't teach
Think about the program. Very nice.
Yes, continue. Our ladies and gentlemen, please, can we rise as we welcome the President, former President, Zani. May we be seated. You also see the former President of Tanzania, also the founder of the Shakaira English Education Foundation of Uganda. Today's breakfast meeting, which is actually holding on the sidelines of the AGRL 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we are going to start the program. We'll be looking in the next few hours on how we can advance prosperity in Africa through efficient power and seed systems. Beginning to recognize other dignitaries that have taken time very early in the morning to join the consistency for this process. Let me recognize the presence of the great General Volunteer, who is also the Chief Regional Director of Africa, but senior between a couple of months ago. You also have in the room Your Excellency, the Director of Agro Industry of the African Development Bank, Dr. Patrick Tropini, Let me recognize the presence of the hearing Director General's representative, Ethiopia, and CG country convener, CG's regional director, East Southern Africa, Dr. Namakulo Kobe. Your Excellency, we also have a move the President Sasakawa African Association, Dr. Makoto Kitanaga, Karama State. I will not fail to recognize the presence of the Deputy Director Generals from Ireland here, starting particularly with the Deputy Director General for Research, who is also leading the World CG initiative on excellence in agronomy. The man who has led us to put this event together, working closely with the bank, Dr. Ellen Alao. I also fail to recognize the Deputy Director General for Partnerships, Delivery, and Policy, Dr. Kent Ashio. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. In this room, we have colleagues from other CG institutions. We have the private sector. But of course, I would like to recognize colleagues from the Gates Foundation who have taken time to join us when we in this other meeting. In no particular order, I'd like to recognize the presence of Dr. Alu Brennan, who joined very early. Alu. I know that Christian Week was supposed to be in the room. Let's give it a round of applause. Other ladies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, because of the protocol might be too long, and that might defeat our hours. For that, we need to stop at this junction. But to take this time to invite His Excellency, former President Clinton, to give us the opening remarks. A round of applause to His Excellency. Good morning. It is academic. It's daily this morning. Breakfast says, say a few words. I'd like to hear about the coming the agro-fertility in Asia. We are all committed to transforming Africa as agriculture. So, agriculture is the mainstay of over 60 to 70% of people who respond to this. They depend on agriculture for their livelihood. Fortunately, they have agriculture background. Applied in terms of leveraging natural technology. Is not. And voice going. There was a time I visited Vietnam, I visited Indonesia, I visited India. I was foreign minister. Was Vietnam had become the second largest producer of coffee after Brazil. And take all this cost. You find Vietnam, they're the number one. I was interested in knowing how they made it. This India, my president then, I was foreign minister, he visited an agriculture institute, said there, maybe it's Haryana province. Again, later on. But the things I learned about agriculture were following. We can transform Africa's agriculture into any order is going. The end goal is those who embrace advances use the oxen grow. Oxen grow cannot be an innovation in Africa because it is mentioned in the Bible. It was there, so it did. So you understand that the oxen grow is an innovation, but because they use the animal. Then when you transform from the end goal of the oxen grow, it is an innovation. Yes. But you have to live from. At least it's going through the evolution. That's being the evolution. We have to live from. You can't do much with oxen with the animal. Neither can you do much with the oxen floor. You have to mechanize. Question is, how do we make it? Because form mechanize his. The second aspect is that African agriculture depends on God's free dominant. And unfortunately, we commit so many sins. God is so angry now, he's not giving us enough praise. There is very little indignation when it comes to Africa's agriculture. So transformation of Africa's agriculture is to take into account increase irrigation. Of course, not everywhere there is water for irrigation. Everywhere farmers live where it's supposed to be irrigation. But where it is possible, we must do it. In my visit to the Indian Institute, these professors said in the institute was saying, my president then, that there is no agriculture without water. You either get the water from rain, or you take the rain, you use the water that goes down on the ground and the would be much. The third aspect of agriculture is seeds. We're still using traditional seeds. Fine. We've been using this from time immemorial. But the yields are low. We have to use high yielding seeds. That is where research, that is where IITA plays. I participated in the commission of the IITA laboratory here when I was president. And I was amazed with the amount of research that has gone is taking place. Institution. Coming up with new varieties, highly climate resistant to climate change. So research is critical. But the fourth factor is of all soils, with all the nutrients that seed thrive. That's why the use of fertilizers is critical. Getting nutrients in global market. Africa uses least when it comes to fertilizer on the average. How many kilos? Where the experts now? How many kilos per hectare? And the plus, it translates into how activity in action is low. How do we make available? How do we make fertilizers available? How do we make fertilizers used by the people? If we can improve on the TD, if we can improve on water, if we can improve on the seeds, if we can make fertilizers available, definitely, even the small water farm, it will increase the productivity. We have practical cases here, Tanzania cases where smallholder farmers using testing modern technologies, getting transparent. Smallholder farmer and I do maize. I'm only 100 kilometers from Dar es Salaam. And our climate is not as friendly as in Southern Highlands. Yes, but at least I was able to get that. But I had 6 acres, I was able to get 589 lands, which was a record. But again, it's a combination of these factors. The only thing that we're missing there is irrigation. Unfortunately, that year very good with the rains. The following year, I bought 40 acres, put it down, I put it plant because the rains didn't come. So you can see the practical aspect of it. Of course, when you have those parameters, you have increased productivity and increased production. But again, of course, the important inputs, because whenever we talk about inputs for agriculture, we talk about fertilizer, seeds, and all this. But in Indonesia, the professor there was chair of the was the Prince of Agriculture. Said to me, you forgot another aspect of inputs, the skilled farmer. Because when all of us talk about inputs for agriculture, we forget the skilled farmer. The skilled farmer is an input. If the farmer is not skilled, he or she will not realize the importance of fertilizers. They are worried more about irrigation. He or she continue to wait for growth rate. You're not worried about getting high yielding seeds. He or will always rely on the traditional seeds because what we use it to be. During this, we'll able to select the biggest crops. Okay. And then they end this at the fireplace where they cook. Because the smoke kills the best. So that when it comes to pieces of you have seeds that are fresh in a sense that you can use. It's a traditional technologies that we use. But you cannot continue that. But besides that, when you're a skilled farmer and all these other inputs, then you have high productivity, very high production. But agriculture needs and support service. And one of the biggest handicap from all the African small is successful animals. How does he or she get the fertilizers? How does he or she get the high yielding seeds? Because he has to pay. He cannot continue to use the fireplace. Yes, he cannot continue to use the fireplace. It's not painting in the sense that because people should not think that the farmers are so stupid. No, exactly they are. This is how they've been preserving seeds. But we want him or her to get out of this and have access to payments. If there is no financing facilities for farmers, we cannot transform Africa. That's an aspect. Maybe it may not be directly in the interest of IATA or local state. But when you do all this research, they call these inventions discoveries. After that, you will be selling it. So what these inventions and discoveries to be accessible to farmers to use. If the farmers cannot have access to farmers. It's another important aspect or strange to solution of Africa. So actually, all of us need to sit down and see our best. There was a time when I was Minister of Finance. The bank, there is banks, you have annual meetings. Our banks, I went there, commission meeting, and at that meeting, I asked the bankers, please think about extending loans to agriculture. They required direct the way the Director General of
National Bank performance then told me that minister, it is too risky to let it run. The practical constraints of agriculture in the African continent is risky related to agriculture. So he opened the door of my car, closed the door, I left them to continue. So we are still grappling with how do we help the smallholder farmer says finance. Because if we talk about agricultural transformation in Africa, if this agricultural transformation in Africa does not include the smallholder farmer, it's an academic exercise. At the end of the day, it will not translate into transformation. We continue to talk. Africa's agriculture, they still use the traditional seeds and so on. There is a berry in Africa, you get maize, many 8 tons. In the United States, it's 20 tons. They're not comparable. Because the situation there is different from the situation here. If you make all that makes it available to the American, to the Japanese, yeah, I'm told Japanese cows even drink beer. Expect them to produce more beer. So, but of course, the other products, of course, is infrastructure. And the roads to the farmers, so that the farmers can get inputs, the farmers can be able to take crops from their farms to the markets. The other important factor is the crop management system. The factor of the ability of the buyers, the pricing of when you have buyers coming that sells that prices for farmers, the smallholder farming now. Well, I was talking about that. So many other things, but I thought maybe just take these positions as you the important for trying to transform the African agriculture. As you look at the research, compare seeds and so on, but be cognizant of these other factors. You are going to seeds for who can he or she access those seeds, the fertilizers, and all the straight innovations that you're making. Thank you for having me here. Let me enjoy my breakfast and go to bed. Once again to these things. That was indeed provoking. He emphasized the need for us to recognize, irrigate, use of improved seeds, scheme, research is critical. Of course, fertilizers are very important. But again, he says something. The farmer must be skilled in order to appreciate and use all of those. He concluded on the area of finance and infrastructure. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. With this, I will invite Dr. Marty Verheyen, Director of Agriculture and Agro-Industry African Development Bank, to give us
his address. Round of applause to everyone. Morning, everybody. Good to see you all today. You are being difficult to follow up His Excellency Dr. Kakari. Great. When you talk about agriculture and efficient farming, he said everything. Because it's not like honestly, it's not like well, it's like we're not really story, but when you are in office as president of Tanzania, you still not find the very first regular meeting of the in collaboration and it's Harry and John. That was under your son. Congratulations. This is a very strong support of agriculture, R&D, and we saw that today. It showed forth. And also if you found, you make 20 bags of maize by taking that now. I was thinking of my mind doing a thing and said, 20 bags, so we can probably cover this production of 3,000 bags. They're allowed. So you have 10 bags from them. But and the next step, it was identified very important things to do to achieve in agriculture. If we as a continent figure ourselves. That's very interesting. You know, when COVID-19 came, people had money to buy food, but it was import food because there was no ships that were coming. When the war in Ukraine started, and Angola told us that they wanted to buy maize, buy rice, but they fought big because there was more in Ukraine. So clearly, ladies and gentlemen, the discussion about having this morning is fine. We help African farmers produce food, make money from producing food. Thank you, Excellency. We have to help African farmers produce food efficiently, be competitive, and also make money from producing. That's the only way this country will fix itself. And that's just that I could mention already certain things. What I'm going to do this morning is tell you how African Bank is supporting the African governments, also supporting certain institutions to help Africa achieve food self-sufficiency. I bring greetings from the agriculture, but Comfort, she's not able to join us this morning. She's to come later today. I will talk about only 4 things, very, very quickly, like 5 minutes. First is what we're doing to help scale technologies to millions of farmers, what we call technologies for African transformation. And I'm happy that many of you here and involved in that initiative. I'll also talk about what we're doing to help European infrastructure and communication. Very, very important also. Let's talk about water. Then I will talk about what we're doing to help finance farmers. And then lastly, I'll talk about what is very important thing with partnerships. So I talk about transmission starting 2016, 2017. And it was supposed to scale the government to 4 million farmers. I'm very happy that they have Silver is here. And the excellence in agronomy, and all the work they have done, but trying to get into as many farmers. It also means that we have to build seed systems to ensure that there was enough seeds for the farmers buy the best technologies. We also have an extension to the farmers. We started IT and the lead, and we had about 11 CBI centers in that effort, 9 commodities. And I'm pleased to inform you that today, a couple of countries, so we are happy that Solomon also is here. Yeah. We have been able to deliver technologies to 12 million farmers. It all has to do with having a platform, the engagement between the national, the research system, the international, seed companies, the partnership are very clear. So tax is continuing its pace, and we hope to replicate its success stories in Ethiopia or other countries. The second one is infrastructure. We all know that climate change period, the rains come, then they stop suddenly, or they come late. And the bank has said that we invest in infrastructure, especially for irrigation of rice and beans. It's a big factor in this country because it's only going where there's no. So today we are investing what we call the regional West African rice development projects. It's going to be 750,000 hectares related dollar rice project, of which we are going to build 150,000 related rice. This is going to be in West Africa, 15 countries. We're really very strong that we need to actually help our rice farmers, control access to water. Similarly, we also have a regional wheat program that is going to take off over the next year. It's going to happen in 6 countries: Zambia, Nigeria, Kenya, and a few other countries. And we are going to be invest heavily in engagement, and of course, the systems on finance. His Excellency mentioned something. Commercial banks consider countries too risky. So what do we do? We need to share the risk with commercial banks. So we are rolling out what we call credit and risk for risk sharing, for dealers and also for mobile dealers across many African countries. And this is going to be done just to ensure that they can access financially to buy and stock seed and fertilizer to sell to farmers. Last year, about partnerships. Partnership with countries, partnership with people. We cannot only one center somewhere in the middle of Africa work with all the thousands of micro environments that solving us. We need to make sure that national centers are strong enough and they can, and domesticate the best technologies for their farmers. So the partnership is quite important. We just discussed with RIT recently, and we're going to support IITA and the city centers and the labs. Ensure partnership actually helps domesticate and our aim is say a call to action. We are here each year we're talking about accelerating development of food systems. We cannot forget the fact that our number one client is smallholder farmer, and making him successful, making him profitable, making him out of poverty cannot be those secondary to any other thing. I don't have this second opportunity here. You don't exit more. Doesn't like the formula farmers. But we cannot forget this time. They are like number one clients. We really have to make this successful. Thank you very much. Enjoy the breakfast. A round of applause to what's all the marketing strawberry. Thank you so much for your passion and the insights into what the bank is doing in order to change the narrative of agriculture in Africa. By this street we have a very packed program. I'd like to invite Dr. Mamukolo Iwi, with a generous representative to Ethiopia, and CG Africa Leader to come and speak to us in the next couple of minutes before we move into the discussion. Dr. Mamukolo, please, a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Let me recognize His Excellency Dr. Chakaya Chikipet in his absence, and also the Regional Director, Continental Africa, Dr. Simeon Ewi, who is also Director General of the International Institute for Tropical Agriculture. I also want to recognize the Director of Agriculture for the African Development Bank, Dr. Majid Fritchin. And then I would like to stand on the protocols that have already been observed. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the unenviable task of speaking to you after His Excellency Dr. Kikwete and Dr. Patrick Mugeni. They have already indicated the importance of the smallholder farmer. That is our primary client for all of us that are seated in this room. So the theme of today's event resonates quite deeply with the purpose and mission of the CGIAR Resilient Agri-Food Systems Action Area and the CGIAR more broadly. This theme is grounded in systems thinking for an initiative that is committed to advancing research priorities that empower diverse stakeholders, particularly the small-scale farmers who bear the brunt of the climate change that we are facing these days. And I think it goes without saying that this includes all of the stakeholders that should be working to enhance the livelihoods of those smallholder farmers, and in return, to enhance our ability to feed ourselves. Small-scale producers and farmers are not just affected by the climate challenges that they face. They are also affected by the food insecurity and poor nutrition outcomes, despite the fact that they are the ones who are producing most of the food that we consume. We know that small-scale farmers produce up to 70% of Africa's food. And so they are really a critical stakeholder and actor for Africa's food systems transformation. We've been told if they are relegated to the handhold, then how will we transform our food systems on this continent? The CGIAR, therefore, aims to bolster their capacity to enhance, to embrace and adopt innovative, sustainable and productive agricultural practices and business models that are an important priority for us to deliver enhanced food systems that can deliver better for the continent. This morning, we will hear about the impacts of some of the solutions that have been developed. One of the key challenges facing African farmers is low productivity, as you have heard, due to the many challenges that they face. We've already been told about poor quality of seeds, lack of access to quality input, and limited knowledge. Those are the skills that His Excellency Dr. Kikwete was speaking about. Resilient agri-food systems addresses these challenges by developing and disseminating evidence-based, innovative, and sustainable solutions that the farmers can be used. They can use to better their production processes. Another challenge facing our African farmers is the need to adapt to climate change. These days, we don't need researchers to tell us that climate change is taking place. It's visible all around us. And so we need technologies that can help our farmers adapt. But climate change is taking place so quickly, so fast, that we do need investments for the researchers to be able to keep generating solutions and help our farmers stay ahead of the curve of climate change. Otherwise, when they fail, we all fail. And so investing in agricultural research and the solutions that it develops to help our small-scale farmer is also helping us for our very own survival. Our work in the CGIAR with the crop-based systems research domain is structured to tackle pivotal questions across multiple levels, from the individual crops and fields to entire farms landscapes. This approach is geared towards facilitating decision-making that integrates solutions and addresses yield gaps to overcome even competitiveness hurdles that our farmers have. Key topics in this endeavor encompass critical areas such as farm health, agronomy, and the vital aspects of soil and water management, and of course, mechanization. Remember the handball that we need to move away from. So we are looking for holistic farming systems. The CGIAR initiative on excellence in agronomy is making efforts in this domain, customizing agronomic solutions tailored to specific agroecologies. And the example that we're hearing about in Ethiopia is such an example where you're looking at Ethiopia's specific challenges to address those. Equality, notable in the achievement of developing comprehensive guidelines for evaluating agronomic progress at the smallholder farming level is important. The CGIAR commitment in enhancing mixed farming systems are yielding dividends on enhanced use of interdisciplinary frameworks that deploy both quantitative and qualitative analysis on things even as important as social technological innovations for sustainable intensification across different initiatives. With all these efforts, resilient agri-food systems focuses on co-creation of science and innovation to better address stakeholder needs, especially those of women and youth, including on shaping enabling policies and responses to evolving market dynamics. A collaborative approach that brings together a wide range of partners, including farmers, researchers, policymakers, the private sector, is critical to all these efforts. And the development partners that are with us in this room today are part of the stakeholder with their investments, and we are grateful for that. We can develop innovations and technologies, but those technologies must reach the farmers. And here, we are very grateful to the African Development Bank in investing in the technologies for African agricultural transformation that Dr. Martin Regina was talking about earlier. This program was established as part of the bank's Feed Africa strategy to enhance productivity and ensure food and nutrition security by scaling up proven agricultural technologies across the African continent. What we have in TACT is a positive symbiotic collaboration between the bank, the CGIAR, and other national and regional partners. We need more such collaborative engagement. TACT also continues, and as it continues being implemented in different African countries, we need to seek to learn lessons from what we have done so far with TACT, so that as we move forward, we can do better and we can accelerate the progress that is possible from TACT and from other programs that will seek to do the same in a similar manner. I want to finish by calling for increased investment towards the deployment of innovations and technologies that we already have, and for continued research to also keep addressing gaps yet to be addressed and those that will keep emerging in the dynamics of climate change. We do not have time to waste, and I welcome you all today to these discussions and ask you to join us on this journey as we try to make a difference towards greater resilience of our farmers on this continent, not just for them, but for our own survival. Thank you.
Please, a round of applause again to Dr. Howard King. Thank you so much. That was an excellent speech with a call for more investment in research and delivering technology transfer. Ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to transit it and have a panel conversation, looking and reflecting a bit on what the keynote speakers have said, also the opening remarks from President Kikwete. And to do that, I'm going to invite Dr. Bernard Pandala, the Director General Research for Development at IIT, to come to the high, is it high table now or the high chief? Let me also invite Dr. Solomon Giselle, the head of Tax Clearing House, to come and join in front here. I would also like to invite Dr. Mary Bolger, an award-winning seed entrepreneur, based in Tanzania, from Journalists. And of course, last but not least, is Wende in district and the college of the children is college immigration and corporate celebrating district. We can join over there. Please can we give this one a round of applause. And then I'll also join. So we're going to reflect a bit on how we can advance prosperity assist systems. And to start the conversation, I think I'd like to start with Dr. Bernard. What is your perspective of the current farming systems and systems in Africa? Just give us a perspective.
Yeah, good morning. It's a little bit, I think the answer lies in the question of whether your glass is half full or half empty. That's what it's filled with glass. You could say, well, probably the glass is half empty. Because a lot of farming in Africa is still very polluted wine, so it was still getting very yields on average are still not what they can do or what they should do. But you could also say the glass is not empty, there's nothing in the glass. There is progress. I think President Kikwete gave 2 examples. We heard from Mark, the story in Ethiopia. There is progress being made. Is it sufficient? Probably not. Do we have a long way to go? Probably yes. But can we learn from what has worked, how it worked, and who made it work, and translate that into the continent as a whole? I can tell you, I've been working in this continent for quite a number of years, and today is probably the best moment to work in this R&D and technology and these things. Probably better than ever. You know, we were in Dakar a few months ago in February, we saw 34 presidents committing to agriculture. I think President Kikwete gave us a lot of the ingredients to what success looks like and what it is, but he didn't mention one thing. He didn't talk about commitment of government to make things work. He didn't have to talk about it because he didn't forget to hear it. So I think if you see what happened in Dakar, if you see what's going to happen in November in Nairobi with the soil health and fertilizers, this is the time to grow water level and plus. And it's going to have really not have a choice as the regional director for the CGRs. There is really no choice. And myself, I'm very, very positive.
Thank you so much. That's for being very optimistic about what is happening in Africa. I will move quickly to Solomon. Solomon is the leader of the Tapiary in and I know you've been working across Africa. Can you share with us your experience in terms of what is happening? What the successes that we are making that you want to share with us?
Thank you, moderator. I think I just built on what Ferdinand said. Today in Africa, we are in a more organized and structured way to bring and deliver impact in Africa. The part which is the Galactic African Development Program has brought a successful model where all the city centers are working in Africa, advanced research, and also the national and regional part to come together and deliver technology to reach millions of farmers at scale. And this has really shown very tangible results in the past years. And to mention one, we are able to bring in technologies that are in the hands of city centers, national programs, to come and to be taken at scale. And the African Development approach of linking technology to that scale investment has also enabled us to reach and impact farmers in hundreds and thousands of hectares can able to deliver technology to millions of farmers. I will just give one example, and I always like to go to Sudan because it's a good example to say. Sudan was almost, completely with imported country. But thanks to science, with the development of deep soil variety in Sudan, these technologies, with the good infrastructure that we built within that ecosystem, we brought all the 6 sectors together, and we demonstrated the impact of these improved varieties vis-a-vis what they have naturally. And the yield was extremely compelling that farmers who adopt improved varieties have increased yield 4 to 5 ton per hectare, while local varieties were 1 ton per hectare. And these are convincing policy. And that brought a major policy change. And in 3 years' time, it was possible to see the wheat production in Sudan to grow from 170,000 hectares to 370,000 hectares. But it is country to be 50% subscription within 3 years' time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that very important example that has shown how science is helping to transform agriculture in the country. And we come to the city of Premier. And I'd like to hear from you what is actually happening. How are you feeling about what is happening in Africa with respect to your interaction with TAD and other programs, and particularly in the seed sector?
Thank you very much. I would like to build on what the president was on the ingredients of transforming agriculture. I'm glad it is not here. Say for one thing, the name policy environment. We need a name policy environment. They know it's in the policy because without that, the technology is a if the policy is not enabling, then we get to a point where we cannot make progress. And experience with living and experience with the CGH and NGOs before I moved into seed production, because I thought I still had some benefit to do seed, and I had a good experience with that. The TAD program, as it started, says the technologies, the technologies. For example, when I report about Tanzania, we have more than 500 improved varieties for better crops. But those varieties. So the issue is really not of developing those varieties, but how do we get those varieties to the farmers so that they can transform the agriculture? And that was built around that concept that we need to take out those technologies to the farmers. And that's how I got involved with that. And my involvement with that was mainly on maize. But I'm sure the same principles apply for other groups. And for maize, we talk about climate change and how do we address climate change. But my conviction is that you don't need to go to the drawing board. You just need to fine tune some of the technologies we have, and we are ready to go to address issues about climate change. With maize, my experience with maize, in the market we are doing other crops like sorghum and we are sunflower, but my experience with that was on maize. The investment and told on crop improvement has been up to more than $1 billion. I'm sure these are across different countries. And the release of improved varieties is huge. So the programs I'm referring to are the programs that we are dealing with the drought tolerant varieties, Wema varieties of efficient in West Africa. I was able to access 3 hybrids, and we produced the hybrids, and we started doing scaling up, doing demonstrations, the way of doing marketing. And I want to assure you that farmers were very impressed with the Wema hybrids. Can you plan for people who are involved in the hybrids are highly acceptable by the farmers in terms of yield, they are high productive, they have good grain characteristics. But we are stuck ensuring that we have demonstrations across the country because those Wema hybrids are widely adopted. The other challenge we have is on early generation seed. As much as we have so many varieties, so many hybrids, but if you go out and look for the early generations, it's not there. So early generation seed and the previous, the basic seed to produce the foundation. As a company, I want to deal with certified seed because that's why I get money, but not to deal with the breeder seed over there, unless it is of my own variety that they are increasing. So the challenge out there for the city and the nuts is how do we make sure that the good products that they are making with the early generation seed, which can be equivalent to the private sector and get communicated or get disseminated to the farmers. As I say, you don't need to go to the drawing board. We have so many products. The city centers and the country have done a wonderful job in developing those products. My way forward, I want to also indicate that technology adoption will be pulled by the market. If you have product market, it will pull technologies. No matter how good or how bad the technology is, if the market is not really assured, people will not take up the technology. So they are reminding about the market will technologies.
Thank you. Thanks to Dr. Perry for that. That was finding interesting, sharing your experience, particularly with cassava. I will move to Mr. Wanda Baker. And what coming to you is she spoke about maize. I'd like you to talk about cassava. What has been your experience with the part cassava compound so far in terms of achievements?
Thank you. I used to work in stage as a district agriculture station notes from Kibiti, Coast Region and Brahma. Now I've been shifted to some district Mara region. Worked with agriculture station notes in rural areas. Then empowered skill of cassava production. Then training farmers on city production of 77. They are producing from cassava seeds so that they were introduced to SGAP, agricultural economic practices, which resulted in the increase of yield. Before it was getting 5 tons per hectare, now we are getting 10 to 20 tons per hectare. They have also supported some of areas, because areas, delta areas, where we are affected with floods. So it's supporting the seeds. They lose everything due to the floods caused in that place. So it's supported the food seed, which was a big support for the district. Not only that, there are also people who have been getting a big employment. People that are shifting from Dar es Salaam, the beach, looking for area to cultivate cassava. A big. Also, they have established automatically markets in the rural areas where farmers are collecting cassava from the villages into Ubungo, where the people from Dar es Salaam are coming with trucks collecting cassava and supplying to Tandale, Temeke, Kokoramboto here in Dar es Salaam. Not only that, but also income. and the food security. In Kibiti and Brother Tanzania, they are food secure due to cassava. Also, the income, some of them, like here we mentioned, some of the farmers get by the money of parents who manage even to buy the tractor from cassava. Also, the area of production will be increased from 2 acres, some they are growing now 50 acres of cassava. Now cassava was observed as gentle crop, now it's a business crop in Koranga district and Kibiti. That of food and income. Not only that, even some of the youngsters are moving here and there. Now they are getting cassava production. The challenge which we are facing at high cost cassava, fresh cassava, is getting more demand in Dar es Salaam. That is a big success in cassava production. Even the seeds we are not sold, local seeds. Now we are already covered. Go to the farm. You ask for 6, they say, let's go. Now we can pay for 6. There's a big achievement for cassava brand. Every morning you buy a big truck about 10 to 20. Now collecting cassava for the lesson. Thank you.
I think you can see the passion of what is actually happening. So we're actually making progress from all that we invested. I will go back to Dr. Bernard and Ali, and I want to hear from to what extent do you think agronomy and improved varieties can change the narrative of agriculture on the continent? I'm asking this because I know you are the leader of excellence in agronomy, and of course, I remember the work you did on Akai, and then 6 scale cassava. So let's have your thoughts along this line.
Yeah, thanks. I think President really already seeds and agronomy, they are really the mediums of transforming agriculture. But I would make it a little bit stronger. That's they are not only essential ingredients, they need to go hand in hand. They need to be co-products. There is no, we sometimes talk about genetic gain and agronomic gain. There is no genetic gain expressed without good agronomy. And there is no agronomic gain without good varieties. They need to go hand in hand. Now, I work in an institute, IITA, where we work with breeders and agronomists. We are all part of the institute. And over the years, we do impact studies. We look at how varieties, how agronomy is. And I've been challenged with impacts of my colleague breeders, because they show their varieties on millions of hectares, Alfred, cassava varieties. And then people say, well, you agronomists don't have you. We have the same number of acres, that's not a problem. But the varieties are in there. Where is the agronomy? I think it's not fully covered. There is impact in agronomy, but probably we don't know how to measure it, and so on. I'm not going to excuses. So, some time ago, I think it's about 4 years now, maybe or 5, I was sitting with Christian Witt in Gozo from Abeokuta to Lagos. People in Nigeria know what I'm talking about. From Abeokuta to Lagos. We started talking like, and we just came from the Akai stands for African Cassava Agronomy. We had a meeting in Europe. Then we started talking and we said, well, what will happen if this Akai project stops in 2 years? And we said, well, we know what's going to happen. People will leave, all the knowledge gathered will be disappearing gradually. Then in 3 years' time, we'll have another project and we'll ask the same people to go back to work for us. So you have this continuity in terms of skills, in terms of information, in terms of knowledge. Now, at the same time, the CGIAR was thinking about reforming it. So we were like talking about two independent things that happened at the same time. One, we saw that there was a huge scope to get organized in this space. And secondly, the CGIAR was reforming. So we said, this is the moment. We need to position agronomy as one of the key ingredients of the one CGIAR. I think that has happened. Thanks to the Gates Foundation, and a lot of other supporters. So that was good. But now the main question still remains. Why are we not having an impact? People are saying. No, you can get money, you can get initiative, but if you do the same thing over and over again, the result doesn't happen. So we started thinking, we were with 10 centers. There's 10 CGIAR centers. Centers probably that were in past working on that one. So we started thinking, what do we need to do differently? We came up with a number of things. Maybe I'm going to miss some point, but some critical points were, first of all, we are not going to do the agronomy we would love to do. We are going to do the agronomy that partners want us. And I see the president of Sasakawa. We went to Professor Miko and we asked him, Prof, we know you're investing in what do you want us as an initiative to do for you? We started working on the decisions also for rights and media base and so on. So we were from day one working on something that is scaling up, was interested and co-investing because Sasakawa also co-invested in development. Another thing we said, we are all this really works on rights, advice, and rights support system in Asia, Africa, rights advice in Africa. But they are not really talking to each other all the time. So we need to exchange our learnings, our experience, our data, our tools, which is the second thing we are really changing. The third thing we are probably changing is papers are good and we are scientists and we need to write papers. But papers are not the end of the story, it's products. People don't use papers. The skilled farmer will not read that paper. And I always well, right. He will use the tool that we develop based on the information that's there. So the other thing is that we need to absolutely develop products. Products that people like, that they can work with, that they have access to, they can understand. That's the third thing we said, absolutely. Another thing, we said also, there's a lot of, Africa is a big continent, only 54 countries. In the CGR, we are 100 agronomists. How many farmers are in there? In millions. So we cannot, CGR, serve the whole African community in Africa. It's not possible. So empowering extension, empowering the national science system is so critical for our own systems. If we can't empower such a science extension, we will still not have any impact. There's probably a number of other things, but these were the sort of changes we went through. I'm so happy that in start we'll have the fertilizer and soil health. As I said already, and I will repeat, it's never been better time to be talking about that. There was time we couldn't talk about it. Today I'm happy and proud to talk about agronomy everywhere. So yeah, thank you. It's been good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I think we're going to open the floor for your participation, and I'll be happy to give the mic to 2 or 3 people to ask questions. Okay. Yeah. Mine is just a little comment. I would like to recognize His Excellency, Dr. Jakaya Kikwete, elected the President of Tanzania. The second one is, all right, also to recognize His Excellency, Dr. Adesina of African Development Bank, for being very innovative in agriculture. And the last one is I would like to recognize the Africa Agenda 2063 and the African Union. Of course, I will just put two sentences and then I'm done. The issue here in Africa, we want to transform the small scale farm. We need to overhaul the whole agricultural system. The one which we have now was not our plan. We just inherited from the colonial system we had. So we have already designed an investment model to shift the small scale farm from selling raw materials to a big investor. We will present this to the African Development Bank in Dar es Salaam, and please take our greetings to Dr. Anderson. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jacob Nguyen. It's amazing. Welcome to Just Go. Vision Go. Better. So as we said in the 90s, all of the IHC, we said yes. Prediction, Bill Key and all colleagues, we developed a very good varieties. You can see them. And then our colleague in Cotonou, Front Health, control the impact of the technology of quality control of summer regard to millions. You can see these numbers. Yes, in agronomy, which, as we know, farming systems are based in soil science and agronomy. So now that the history that mentioned that we are excellent. How do you see translating the new discoveries in agronomy to put them in such a way in a tool that can reach the largest numbers of small farmers from the highlands of Nigeria to the lowlands of Togo or of the country. So how do you say that the excellent agronomy that you are leading into the tools that will make those really small scale farmers in this so nearby growing colleges? Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is really a valid question. I preferred already to Kasaba agronomy. So when we wrote that project, we thought we need to spend probably 80% of the funding on developing technology solutions and 20% on making sure that information is scaled, is reaching people. That's what we thought. But the truth is actually the opposite. The problem, the bottleneck was not doing stuff, the modeling, we know how to do that very well. The issue was how do we translate those insights, that information in forms, in ways that people can use. We talked about the diversity of systems and so on. There's all those variation in soils and agroecologies. Technically, we can handle that. The data exists, methods exist to handle that. We can predict in the field when we have the right information what could be the best practice. But there's also an enormous diversity in people we work with, the extension system, the skills of extension agents. So what we've seen is that the effort to get your science into the hands of those people is a huge effort. You deal with, as I said, different capacities, different needs for information. There's a lot of talk now about the digital system, right? Power, young people to engage. We still see in Nigeria the traditional paper-based tools are still gaining currently more, of interest than sort of advanced digital tools. The bottom line is we are making progress. We have evidence from our Kayla partnership in Nigeria that 400,000 people have been using our advisory services from many partners. So we have the big question is 400,000 is good, but how many farmers are there in Africa? Is it 400,000 or 40 million or 400 million? So how do you take that step from a substantial pilot to change the whole farming of Scotland? What would be the cost? What is the cost for reaching one person with improved information, and how do you reduce that cost so you can go from the thousands to millions? I don't have an answer to that question. We are currently engaging with the 10 to 100,000s, that we can do. But there's something missing to go from the 100,000s to the millions, because that's our clientele. I know I've not fully answered your question, but I've given a little bit of an answer.
Thank you so much, a round of applause to I will come to Professor Latif Sani. Sani is leading a systems project known as BASICS in Nigerian Tanzania. Can you share your thoughts how we are transforming the system in these two countries and other countries?
Thank you, Godwin. Thank you for all our leaders. We've all agreed that for us to improve productivity, we need improved virus-free varieties combined with good agronomic practices. We call it systems and weed management, which happens to be the result of what Bernard is talking about. Some of the work that were funded by the Foundation on weed management and excellence in agronomy, and then coupled with mechanization. So on our part, we've started on best varieties, virus-free. In Tanzania, we've over 600 plus commercial seed producers. And in Nigeria, we've covered 500 plus commercial seed producers. Riding on parts initiated technology, SAH, ordinarily. But we are now being able to use other low-cost production technology, like pesticide and some other ones. And the second point is that we've been able to also work on how to reduce the time of certification for the seed producers. Working with Tanzania and NAS, that's National Seed in Nigeria. And so we call it light touch method, looking for local chemicals that we able to move to the farmers immediately and certify them. And finally, we've connected an ICT policy being led by Lavakuba. It's now been scaled to all other countries. And tomorrow, we're going to have a session, and all of us are invited to join us. Thank you very much.
Right of applause, thank you so much. It's something that we talk about seats. It is important to hear from you. Time is fast going. We have to see how we end this conversation at this point. But at this point, I'd like to hand the mic to Solomon. Some few remarks, and we close the session because of time. Solomon.
Thank you, I think. Thank you for giving me this support. I think we are saying it. The best time to transform Africa. The reason I'm saying is Africa, taking as an example, investing billions of dollars for agriculture in Africa. It's a system that we are putting in place with the system, where all partners and stakeholders are working together. If you leave the technologies that we have developed and that are proven in the past, if you leave with this large-scale investment, which countries are taking as a form of loan and grants, we can take technology to reach millions of farmers at a scale in a short period of time. And that is, I think, the model, the proven model that can bring a major transformation. It is not only limited to Africa, but any international, like World Bank, international finance, who are bringing to support agriculture. Let us work together with this infrastructure that is put in place. We have technologies, we have the system in place, and if you convince and work with government, start the design of the project to introduce these modern technologies to go to scale. And if you develop a system, I just want to mention now, we are going now into 25 African countries in partnership with ASEAN, the policy that we compact to develop a robust and resilient system with a clear seed roadmap. And so my take home for this excellent forum is let us work together to link agricultural investment to African countries to be integrated with car technology, so that with the right policy, we can reach millions of farmers and we are able to feed Africa. I think join us on this path to feed Africa. Thank you very much.
I thank you so much. Bernard Mangawe, Solomon Zhao, Dr. Terry, Gonja, Mr. Boynde Media. Let me take this opportunity to thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. What's happening in Africa, how we're contributing to advance agricultural transformation in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time for listening. At this point, please can we give them a round of applause for this. This comes to the end of this session. Thank you so much. With this, because of time, we will move quickly by inviting Nature Conservancy. The Nature Conservancy and CGIAR4S over there. Can the representative of Nature Conservancy come to this table over here for the signing of an MOU? Let me go through the first thing. A representative of CG, who is from CG, or Dr. Ken. Okay, Ken, so both of you are to do this. Excuse me, Dr. Can you tell us just a statement about this signing? Okay, a few words so that we move quickly. Thank you so much, Mr. Program Director. I think in Bernard's presentation, he made a very important point that if we're going to move forward and really advance development, we need to do it in partnerships. Partnerships that allow us to get closer to farmers, partnerships that allow us to disseminate quality and economic content better. And what's happening over there is that we are inaugurating a new space, which is based on the demand that the Nature Conservancy has indicated to excellence agronomy. That in the central highlands of Kenya, which is a very important food production landscape for Kenya, we can collaborate to deploy agronomic technologies at scale that will impact farmers in that area. So that is an example of the method and approach that we use to do what the president spoke about. Give farmers access to good quality seed, ensure there is proper research for agronomic science, and therefore be able to allow farmers to move their agriculture forward at a scale that was not possible before. So thank you so much to Dr. Ken and to Michael from the Nature Conservancy for the partnership. And this partnership is the beginning of a global partnership between TNC and Excellence in Agronomy and by extension. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. And I invite Dr. Bruno Tran for the presentation of technology in catalogs.
Thank you very much for the right. So I'm curious to show you the new tax e-catalog.
Coming back to the agriculture. But getting private knowledge still fulfill.
So this video is only one of the
Agricultural development.
and it was a way of sharing with researchers what we wanted to do with the catalog. The catalog is based on a database of technologies. These are the technologies that were selected by TACT and vetted by TACT, and that are being promoted to governments and to the private sector for research. So said in the large projects funded by the development bank. So what is a demonstration of the new e-catalogs. This is new. In fact, the demonstration is on a dummy site, so not a real thing yet, the real thing is available in October. So next month, you will have access easily online to this catalog of technologies. This is the landing page. You have an example that I will demonstrate in a few seconds. If this just scroll down, you can see a list of technologies. Those we have in excess of 130 technologies in the advanced database. These are dummy technologies of information because it's made up for this demonstration. But it's based on real information, and these are the technologies that are highlighted. The tools at the top, you have a search field where you can search on any keywords that you are interested in. And just below the search field, you have a few filter buttons. More filter buttons are available in the hero button on the right of the green bar. So you can filter according to your interests. Once your government person or sector person is looking for technologies to insert in their project or in their business. So the idea is that you use these wonderful buttons up there to select whatever is of interest to you. And the way to think about the filtering and the searching is that these technologies are solutions to your problem. So you know your problem, you know that the local in your country wants to run a wonderful project financed by the bank. For that project, you need to increase production by having a new variety in place. So that's your problem. The solution will be a variety is on this particular location. You will be able to filter and find the technology from these verticals. Once you have found a technology of interest, this is the sort of view you will get. So that's one technology. Again, if I scroll down, I can show you the amount of information that we display. And there is more on the bottom that can be displayed if you're interested in more details. But at the top, you have the technology for tools, for example, tools. And on the right, a few icons that will give you quick information on why this technology is important and where it can be applicable. We give you access to a few important numbers there. So these figures will help you decide whether the technology is good for you. For example, if you are a sector person and you will be particularly interested in investment, that is going to be displayed there. Then we remind you of what solution we're referring to. And the important element of the information we provide to you is how the technology impacts gender, and local groups, and how it impacts climate. So all this information is available on every technology we have in the database. And the thing you can do once you have found the technology you know, you can save it together with other technologies and take your own personalized toolkit. So at the end of the session, if your own toolkit with several technologies, and you can take a video, some steps, your boss, and make sure they are saved, you can access. But also print a summary of the technology. We have some examples of those summaries there. If you want to check more about what I've just said, you go to free fast like this, which introduces the area of the database, the camera. There is contact at the back, so please get in touch. Thank you.
I remember what say to Dr. Bruno. I thank you so much for giving us this toolkit. I'm sure we will be investing to see how we customize our toolkits and get some technologies from that. We move quickly to the Goldwing messages. And first on the list is Dr. Innocent Musabaya from the African Development Bank. Innocent, please let's encourage you so we can build a rooms.
Thank you. Moderator, I'll be very brief and quick. My message should be starting with appreciation. First of all, recognizing that I was very pleased to see this platform where I have different mix of presentations, specifically from the users. And Mr. Baiga, I hope I didn't make a mistake. Baiga, Mary, of course, Bernard and Solomon I always enjoy, but much enjoyed Baiga. It reminded me 25 years ago when I was a field officer as an extensionist. The passion, that's what lead to the transformation we are talking about. So I say, courage, as you say in French, and you make it that transformation. So, ladies and gentlemen, just on behalf of Director Martin from the African Development Bank, I want to start also recognizing your Excellency, Dr. Jakaya Kikwete, former President of the United Republic of Tanzania, or protocol of SARS. A very good morning once again. So just finally, I would like to first of all commend the leadership of the African Development Bank, CGL, to organize this breakfast session. It's very important that bringing together all these stakeholders, the good practices from achievement of grants from 2018, the excellence of agronomy, as Bernard, I can't agree more. First to say the time is now, it's really now. And His Excellency made it very clear and made a very good message from the sea, the use of water, and I'll come to my dear friend again here, the Deputy Director General of IITA. Just say seed and seed and seed, but that is not enough. We need to go beyond fertilizer, good agricultural practices, skill the farmers, and also access to finance. As we talk about markets and policy and everything. So he made the message clear. So the problem is for now for us to go together, those for us together and go to action. And we have what it takes to go there. Have the good models, what we have achieved, we start, excellence in agronomy, have those models. So have what it takes to uproot all this partnership for the transformation of agriculture on the continent by facilitating
access to climate smart technology to our farmers on the continents with innovative agronomy farming equipment with digital solution that will help to reach more farmers on the continents. So let me give you just a few examples that reflect the bank commitment and investment into the agricultural transformation. We'll go to what Director Martin said before. If I just give an example, before starting from 2018, when the TAP program started, with this the river infrastructure, the cleaning house, together with the compact, managed to integrate technology, proven technology, in 1.5 billion investment on the continent. You can imagine what will happen if it was not integrated to that as before. So this is a very good example that we put on. So the other ones, colleagues say it's a recent that comes to. There is this African Emergency Food Production Facility that the TART program together with the Excellence in Agronomy are doing together to make access to climate smart technology and the innovation hands of premium farmers. The example that we just say now is TART team, I mean the clearinghouse, the role, the brokerage, together with the TART ecosystem, participating in this whole agriculture investment program in the continent. This is really a game changer. This technology to break down this investment is what will happen because you have this investment that will lead to the transformation we're talking about. I didn't want to formalize the partnership for partners, growing partners, starting with the BMGF, that's what we're working together with for the tax program, specifically the cleaning house, and also a recent support received from the USAID, the Republic of Germany, to help us to facilitate access to this farmers' access to this program technology. Also recognizing my fellow and friends, Sasakawa President, that you are now going to start together with Excellence in Agronomy, accessing climate smart technology through the regenerative agriculture on the continent. That's the transformation we are talking about. Once again, thank you very much, and I appreciate your attention. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Innocent. Let me invite Dr. Makoto Kitulaka, President, Sasakawa Africa Association, for his goodwill message. A round of applause to him.
Thank you very much for inviting me. So this event, all speakers emphasize the importance of innovations, skills of the farmers. Also, each organization has special visions. It is very difficult for one organization to cover all the functions, but partnership, coordinations, all of us understand. And now, together as a committee, all members from these three groups, we have to work and also act as an international coordinator for outreaches. If you are in this area, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kitulaka, for the goodwill message of assessing partnerships. And with that, I will invite Kenton Bashir, who is the Director General Partnerships Delivery at IITA. Here we highlight some of the key issues and
close this meeting. A round of applause to the next person. To the former president of Tanzania, Kikwete, all of their protocols, sir. I'm actually quite amazed. We're all still here. Thanks for staying. It's really fantastic. I want to start off by giving deep appreciation and thanks for their commitment, agriculture, research, and development, and impact in Africa. I should say systems in Africa to the African Development Bank. Appreciate your participation today and the strong support of many here. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, same thing. Deeply appreciate it. And that's how I appreciate it. Thank you very much for being here today and discussing things with us. And I would say that today, this morning has been a very productive morning. The last two speakers did a good job of providing some closing remarks. I want to thank them for that. I would just add a bit to what they have said. One of the biggest messages I received today was that in the one CGI, we are seeing a clear commitment to not do the research that we want to do or the research that is interesting, but to do the research that really is needed for the transformation of the system. There is a strong commitment there, and I see that. We have seen that right now, we are seeing great progress in the delivery and scaling of technologies in a few places, in a few crops. But we have learned a lot from seeing those and participating in them, and we need to scale that to more and more countries and more crops and livestock. And we believe this is the time to do it. We've heard several speakers talk about this is our moment in time. We've had several speakers that have worked in Africa for many years saying this is the time. And yeah, what I was saying. So this, and it came around about because of Dakar 1 and Dakar 2. I know everybody in the group knows about that. Don't need to explain it at all. I do want to give recognition to we haven't introduced him yet, but Dr. Lawrence King is in the room for the Gates Foundation. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a wonderful breakfast. We've had a good time together. We've exchanged ideas. Let's keep committed to working together as a team. My good friend from Sasakawa has already mentioned that, but I just want to re-emphasize that again. Let's continue to work together as one team for the benefit of Africa. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I've got another thing to say. We have not given appreciation to our ex-master of ceremonies, Mr. Dr. Maxine. He is, I think you witnessed, he knows what he's doing, he knows how to keep a program moving forward. And he decides when he can skip over things in the agenda. You've done a great job. Thank you so much.
Okay, and thanks to everyone for your time. It's much appreciated. At this point, I'd like to invite the panelists, including Bernard Banal for a group photo, and the speakers. Please let's come to the front here and have a group photo. Bernard, Solomon, all the speakers, please come forward. Let's have a photo of memory. Somewhere there, I think, we can make use of the all the speakers, the good leading speakers, everyone. Let's stand here. This place, okay. Yeah. So let's have a good photo. First with them and then the rest of us. First with them and the rest of us. Don't go without having a photo. First with them and the rest of us.
You know, but no, okay. Okay, go ahead.
Then the rest of us, please, let's join in. Let's join in. The rest of us, please join the rest of us. The rest of us, please join. Morning. Okay, please let me make sure from somewhere here and not start on where you are. Let's just go to the campus. Yes, not the loss. It's from this place. We go right in. If you talk, please let's just find our way to the end. This is okay, so that's fine. Okay. Stop space somewhere here, please. Just have to people there. Hello. There we can still. Then we'll move this back against. See more for us. I think you can see the okay. Okay, so let's say Free Africa. Yeah. This means Free Africa. Sorry. Free Africa once again. You come up with outside Free Africa. Will you? Thank you, sir.
Let's sort of.
Wow.
Okay. So we need to thank these guys. There were even 3 questions. So the sound is not clear. If possible, enable captions. So you have information to such a problem. So being the back.